Okay. Freedom All Radio, live and direct, making history, taking history, and taping history, y'all. We are live and direct on we on Facebook at Fred Hampton. We at Freedom All Radio. Call in number 929-477-3785. We at Intellectual Radio. Y'all can find us on YouTube, Spreaker, Facebook Live, you name it. We up in the ante. In fact, Minister U.P. Newton said technology. We got to utilize, advanced state of technology, and we really in the spirit of season time, we definitely gonna do that, y'all. You know, we say if we come down to it, if we got to use 2 tin cans in the stream, we gonna get the word out. Then make sure I'm being heard loud and clear over here at 929-477-3785. We Intellectual Radio, y'all, so y'all can hear us on again. You name it, so this gonna be going out Instagram, you name it. So need y'all to take a pause for the calls. Open the back doors, the front windows, let them know the Freedom All Radio is once again back in effect. This is the Wednesday program, the show that you cancel watch Empire for. Again, the show that you cancel watch Empire for. Today we're gonna do every once in a while with the Black Panther Party Cubs, we like to do a Cub and community conversation and call in. So the vestry right on, I see you calling from New Orleans, right on. Hassan, I see you, my brother. Your pops, my greetings and love, respect. Right on. I see. Okay, we right here. We on deck wait now. Yes, that's what it is. Ron Ceylon, we're gonna need you to give us Sri Lanka what's happening, give some updates, what's happening now. You know what I'm saying? The spirit of internationalism, you did. We want to know what's happening, you know what I'm saying, not only from coast to coast, but throughout the world. Namesake, I see you, man, live and direct, man. You know what I'm saying? So put the word out, y'all. We making history, taking history, taping history. That's what it is. Okay, Ron Ceylon, you put the YouTube link on there? Perfect. I sound free them all. So again, we got some people gonna be calling in, we got some guests gonna be stopping in. We initially was gonna go with a Cook County Candidates Forum. Again, a Cook County Candidates Forum. Y'all already know electoral. We make it a point to distinguish electoral politics from politics. However, next week, next Tuesday, in fact, they're supposed to have the elections, or in some cases the selections. And when what's the different program platforms people talking about? And we know a lot of people get real demoralized. And yours truly with this whole electoral political process, you know what I'm saying? We want to at least open the conversation up and say, what people are talking about, because like in that old Temptation song, Ball of Confusion, so we get tired of hearing that, vote for me and I'll set you free, but still we want, just for the record, want to lay it out. My sister, Queen Nubia, I see you, free them all, right on. That's what it is. Okay, let me know we got any callers in queue. And how this work? Do we have callers calling here also? Or we can do it. We got the next. Okay, y'all see, y'all we got called in here too, 708-223-8953. Hey, let a million flowers bloom. As Shannon Mouse said, let a million flowers bloom. You know what I'm saying? We're not gonna restrict it. We're gonna keep on up and at it. We got Linda Brewer in the building, from West Coast on deck. That's what it is. We got people called Comrade Daphne. So the Gwen Woods. Let's bring her straight in. Can we put Gwen Woods, the mother of Mario Woods. For y'all who not familiar, we supposed to had our sister on a couple of weeks ago. Her son Mario Woods. In fact, you can go on YouTube right now as we're speaking. You can pull the video footage when her son was gunned down by San Francisco Police Department, and it was a lot of organized. I want to just extend a clenched fist salute to our comrades, our Central Committee out there on the West Coast, the work, mobilization to get the word out about this case, about this campaign. In fact, I've been on Hip Hop with Justice with coalition brother Miles Muhammad, agencies, getting this word about this case. But I feel marching, Central Committee, other forces really on the ground, and a number of different contradictions were exposed and continue to be exposed. You know what I'm saying? About this case, we refer to as police terrorism. So if y'all not here to the case of Mario Woods, you know what I'm saying? We pride ourselves on having people who directly impacted by these cases, that we're not getting the third or fourth hand, you know what I'm saying? And we've been fortunate to have a number of different family members and people, you know what I'm saying, who've been impacted by this. Can't be assessed nothing else than police terrorism. In fact, we say every day is a September 11th story for us. And we think it's embarrassing being oppressed. And so a lot of times we try to jive ourselves about it, but we have to use brutal terms for brutal realities. Again, brutal terms for brutal realities. And if you're not familiar with what happened to Mario Woods, once you get clear what happened to Mario Woods, I'm sure that you unite. We cannot define this it's police brutality or nothing of the sort. In fact, the term police brutality is a euphemism. And again, we have to struggle to use brutal terms for brutal realities. You know what I'm saying? And we was living in Wakanda somewhere in the dream world. Maybe we can use these type of nice terms. But we got to call it for what it is, y'all. Stacy in the building. I see that's what it is. Free them all. Tanisha on deck. Okay, my sister, I know it's a long time coming. Let me, Gwen Woods, mother Mario Woods. Are you online with us now?
I'm online. Hello, everyone.
Hey, my sister, I'm glad we finally connected. I know we've been playing phone tag.
I know.
We got this mixed up with this Central Time and West Coast time. But I'm just glad that we were able to get you online. And in fact, this show right here today, it's kind of good that we missed you last time. We got you on this one. We up in the ante, so we got a larger listener audience. So, you know, this is one of our programs, and we don't cut no corners here. So, you know what I'm saying, and we won't draw no foregone conclusion that people know about the case of Mario Woods. So I want to initially open up, give us an introduction of who you are in the case of Mario Woods, and we go from there.
Thank you, and I'm honored and thank you.
Thank you, sister.
What San Francisco does is that I think in the time frame of Alton Sterling, and so what happens is that San Francisco, they like to cover it because they want the nation to think it's progressive. It's progressive for only one set of people, mind you, and it's not us.
Yes, indeed.
And so, and I always say, as the people, we have to change the narrative, because what they did to my baby was not kill or murder him. That's too easy on the perpetrator's ear. They go out and execute and annihilate us.
Yes.
Especially brothers, and that's what they did to my child. They executed him, and then we're impacted all the way around. So we're talking about officers that have pending investigations. So why are you in my community policing me with a pending investigation? And we have to begin to speak about that. And the two types of policing. There's policing for Black and brown,
yes,
and then there's policing for others. Yes. Because it just seems like the intent is not to go out and apprehend. Let's talk about the white boy in Stanford that raped the white girl in broad daylight. And the judge says, let's see fit, that he gets 6 months in jail. And I'm talking about rape. And then the judge says, but only serve 3 months of that sentence.
Yeah. And
our men and our babies and our sons and our nephews, they get months and years. Not for rape, just for survival mode. And going through a knucklehead stage. And so the judge and tried on the block. A fight happened on the block. The brother, no different than Mario. They knew each other, but you don't get that directive or that narrative, because they go out and demonize our babies. And as Black mothers and Black fathers and families will be what we have to do. We can't begin to grieve, because we have to go out and begin to. Now we got to go out and fight for our children, our sons, and our daughters.
Yes.
And so I think when we talk about that, again, let's talk about the white boy that Dylan Roof that went into the Bible study and annihilated 9 people. But you get a bulletproof vest and a Burger King. We can't have a president that says, let's begin to support the good officers without discussing the bad officers.
Real talk.
And so that's always the concern with me. Is that guess what? You gear up in the morning and come into my community to actually go in. And because San Francisco, remember, they texted and emailed. And they text, we were animals. And they text any good day to burn across, to shoot. And I don't use the word because of my respect of my dad. I knew the struggle from my grandparents and my parents. But that word means at the end of that word, someone was lynched, and that was the last word that they heard. So let's be clear. Yes. Never a good word. We suffered. There's a lot. So the new lynching is it shooting us? And so when someone asked me to explain the execution, well, execution is 21 bullets. My child took from the back, and then a mother approached me and said, Ms. Wood, the one shot Mario in the back of his head, shot my son in the back of his head. And so this is a pattern with this officer. He comes from Antioch. There's another officer that was a part of that modern day lynching of Mario's, which is now the shooting. And he had pending investigation, and their pending investigations was assaulting, young men and shooting us. So this is the history. Why are you in a blighted community policing them? Because one thing I found that San Francisco just actually, they just annihilated another brother in my baby community in San Francisco. And the officer was a trainee. So they train in our communities as well. That's a whole other topic. And he didn't even roll down his window. He just shot the brother in his head, fleeing from him. Whatever knucklehead thing this brother has done, he still, like these knucklehead white boys, but I think Farrakhan, he said it better. He said, when it comes to us, we're thugs, and white boys are incorrigible. So it's this two-sided way of the way we're judged, and these white boys that are just not incorrigible, but if they were darker,
yes,
guess what? They'd be thugs, and they don't deserve to live. Because that's the way they saw my child. He didn't deserve to live. Yes. That's what they did. And they just had pinpointed it. And that's a whole other conversation. But I do think owning something, and I didn't know how to take the San Francisco Board of Supervisor, end up giving Mario his birthday as official Mario Woods Day. Now the POA, and I will say this, I do come because I'm in my feelings when it comes to this issue now. That the KKK Klansmen, that's what I call them. They call me a Mario, everything except what was on my brain. Now I've paid my taxes all my life. I've worked all my life. I should have been able to struggle with my family. And at the end of the day, I used to say to Mario, God's plan for you is to grow old, go into your fruition. But you have these modern day Klansmen that gear up in the morning, and it's like they are going out hunting. And this is nationwide. Yes. Again, a president can't talk about supporting these good officers if you're not talking about what do we do with these horrible officers.
Yes, indeed.
So again, those conversations have to be had. Because what they're doing to us, the atrocity, this thing, and honestly, why are you still fearing us as a people? Because trust, we're not the majority here. You look around, look at your nation now. Look at what it is, but you're still in fear of the black man. I didn't know after Michael Brown, what else to tell my black son. We give you all the truth of what we know our history is. You're the original king. These things, everything about us is different. The way we move, talk, how we can make $1 out of 10 cents. How we can survive on beings that need be. Yeah. Because we can make it, man. We have to do that all our lives. We watch our ancestors do it. And all of a sudden we get to this place that you're still annihilating us. All we want to do is live and survive. Yeah. And so those issues, but I go back to say when they honored, that was their way of saying that was the wrong of it all. But when they called me a Mario, and I had to think and reflect on why the name calling now? Why the name call? Well, it was kind of like God just relayed it to me, is that for every young brother that comes out the hood, out of a bad situation, that thinks he's nothing, he can relate to Mario's story.
Well, so you said you referenced name. You said name calling. What do you mean? Like you said name calling.
What they call this? I was a nothing mom because I had to work 2 jobs sometimes to take care of a family. Oh, it was ridiculous. But trust, I can give as good as I get. So that wasn't going up because I came from a strong background. So whatever. Guess what? Just own that, because for every little young brother that comes out, I hope that means guess what? No, you don't deserve to be annihilated and executed in the street. Your life is just as good as anybody else's. Blood is just as great as anybody else's. So I hope that's what my story reflects, Mario's story reflects.
Yes.
We are somebody.
Yes.
We need everything.
Yes.
And so I had, it's again changing our narrative.
Yes.
But again, it comes down, no, it's time at some point, this is just much. It's much now. We're watching brothers and now sisters getting slaughtered. Like
yes.
just, going to the slaughter like lambs.
Yes.
And it's not that they're going to the slaughter. Slaughter is coming to the brothers and sisters.
Yes. How old was Mario, and when was he executed? When did the San Francisco Police Department murder him? What day?
Mario, it was December 15th, 2015. So December 2nd, December 2nd, 2015. So, and our story is that, he was transited from 16, did 17 to 25 behind the bar, knucklehead robbery. And they come in and they he signed because they were going to stick with an 18-year deal. Like if he didn't take the plea, he said, "Mom, I'm gonna take this 7.5 years." And that time did a number on my kid.
So they robbed him of his life from 17 to 25 years already.
Yeah. So can you imagine? And I would say, "Mom, I'm gonna be okay because look, he got his driver's license, he's got his first bank card. He's about to work at UPS. So you're gonna fall sometimes.
Yeah.
But we won't give up.
Right.
Get up."
Yes.
I can't tell you, every weekend going to Folsom and sitting behind them bars at Mars on those weekends. And we're waiting for this day when we come home, which was September 5th, 2014. So literally I had a year and maybe 2.5 months on my kid. I was working on a job for 16 years in San Francisco. And they forced resigned me after 16 years with this company. And I was so outdone. And I didn't realize that was God's plan. I didn't know my time was going to be short with my child,
Yeah.
Never even seen that coming. But putting him back together and seeing him, get his driver's license, get a job. He worked, save his money, buy his first car. And so in those moments, I bask in those moments.
Yeah.
And the baby moments. And even the moments we had behind, those walls and those conversations.
Yes.
They were deep. I remember he said to me, "Mom, you believe in that Stalin theory?" And I said, "Mom, the dictator?" He said, "Yeah, that guy." And he said he chose a man that didn't contribute to society, or a man that didn't, give back over to me. He should off himself or be off. I said, "Nah, Mom, I don't agree with that. I think that's God. That's God. Whatever God decides for that man is what God has decided. It's not up for me or no one else to make a choice on someone's life." And he looked in mine. He had this kind of little crooked smile. He's like he was glad. He was like, "Yeah, Mom, I believe that too."
Tell me, what was the quote again, sis? The Stalin theory. What was the theory again from Stalin?
Stalin theory.
Yeah.
Stalin always, and that hit. And Stalin believed that a man that didn't contribute to his society, to his community, to anything, should take his own life, or someone should take his life for him. And so I said, "No, that's not no man's choice to do that. That's God's choice right there." And I think God said every man deserves the chance to get to their fruition, to get past that. I would say tomorrow, those proverb years, or those years that, coming, we can call them knucklehead years. We can call them, I wish you grow up and get to this place where a little more understanding. I said, because even at this age I am, I would tell my baby, I would say, at this age, I still learn some stuff more. I still learn stuff.
This is the type of conversation that you and Mario would have on the visits.
Yeah. Wow. On our visits.
Yes.
Just sitting and having
Yes.
When he came home, the city, even when he was little, he was this kid at the house. You know, the backyard fence needed, and I got a paper from an insurance company. I needed to repair the backyard fence, and he was always so concerned. I think it is, you know, and he would say, "I can do that backyard fence, Mom." And we went to Home Depot. We got some boards so he could do. He just didn't dig the pothole deep enough. But that's who he was, you know. I got my letters and all the things I think the city has said to the attorneys. They said they wanted to get memorial letters, nothing letters except little jokes he gave me. My little wisdom I would give to him, his little thoughts on things, his mother, and the idea of being even threatened that I could go to jail. And I said, I told an attorney, you know, tell them they don't get no more from me. It's blood. It's taking everything. So here, tell them I prefer jail.
I hear you, sister. I hear you. I hear you. I hear you.
Yeah, they get no more.
You know,
blood ain't enough.
The blood. It's interesting you say that about the blood. Is the author of Blood in My Eye, and also Solidarity by the Field Marshal George Jackson, Black Panther Party. His mother, Georgia Jackson, his mother, she had commented after, because his younger brother Jonathan Jackson had got assassinated in Marion County Court. You're probably familiar with this already, but it's in August 7th, 1970, when he went with the attempt to liberate some Rochelle St. Hugh McGee and some others, James McClain and others out of the court, and make a stand to the radio station about exposed to put on the radio publicly what's really going on inside these concentration camps. And no doubt, yes, he was assassinated, and they referenced him as the young man child, and then her Field Marshal George was assassinated the following year, August 21st, 1970, on San Quentin prison yard, and they called it to the prison. You remember that, you know, and I just thought you just brought back on the prison hearing board when they talked to her, and they this whole just even. I'm glad you point out the human dynamics, because so many times with our people, I'm just really appreciate the terms you use about the narrative, setting the narrative, and how the propaganda, the name call, all this is part of the because a lot of times we just look at it just the actual police shooting, but the media, the slander, the attacks, you know what I'm saying, and all the different dynamics that our people go through. Like Winnie Mandela talked about how even when a person is locked up, it's not just the prisoner that does the time, how it impacts our whole community. And I'm really just I appreciate so much this, how you giving this human dynamic, you know what I'm saying, and like even how they try to you know, how we put out there is these, you know, just these numbers and stats and facts, with the type of conversations that you know, saying that y'all had, and you know, and the contributions that even he was constant. He was robbed from ages 17 to 25 years old. And in other communities, you hear these, you know, you hear about these incorrigible youth, and they can, you know, programs they can go and work it out, so on and so forth. But to still have that, you know, not a bitterness, but still. Go ahead, sister.
Right, and it's not that easy.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Because if I didn't, me and my son was narrow Mario every step of the way, I wouldn't understand. It's not that easy for these brothers coming home from the system, and having to piece themselves back together. Now, what if they don't have a support system? You know what that does?
Yes.
Because that PO is just going to throw them out there.
Yes.
It makes them never mind.
Yes.
And so I said, you know, it's on. I'll go back and say, you know, I was that sister in my 20s, and I'm back in my 20s, and we used to be hard-nosed, and, you know, you brothers just need to do it, make it. But God gave me 3 sons and said, nah, this is what you understand. There's a harsher plane for these brothers. And guess what? There's a standard that people are holding our black men and sons to that no one else could stand up to. And so learning that process, okay, you know, now I'm 57. So guess what? It's now, no, we cannot inside the prison, outside the prison, on the streets, in the community. Everything is systematic.
Yes.
Impacts us, and it always has. How the guns get in our community?
Yes.
That's what y'all remember the alley. You remember Ollie North with the conflict?
Yes.
Having the Biden guns, so you
yes.
know the crack in our community.
Come on with it. Come on with it. Come on with it. Come on with it.
Didn't get there.
Come on with it.
So people say, well, you got to look at and blame your community. No, we don't. Let me tell you why. Because it was impacted on us.
No doubt.
Systematically set up.
No doubt.
As a community and a people. And so, no, there's so much blame to be given out to, not just on our people, not just from our babies struggling from that crack epidemic.
Come on.
The mothers end up getting taken out of the home.
Yes.
Going into prison. How do you break down the community?
Yes.
Break down the family dynamic. Then you break down, okay, now you got the fathers gone. Okay, the mothers are hold on. But then now you got the mothers and them now gone.
Yes.
The kid has to survive. I've heard the story. And because of my kid's heart, my kid would bring, people to the house or young men, or his friends at school, and it's like, they don't have that to eat, Mom. We got enough. No, Mar, Mar, my son's always kept me grounded, and some people don't have it like that, Mom. They don't have a mother or a dad. When people are just, I remember John Cleveland told me that I don't know what it is to go home and there's a mom there that cooks and keeps things afloat. I don't know. I knew when my mom was on drugs and was out, and I knew I had to help my two other siblings. They were babies at the time. Now, he probably was a baby yourself, but a baby they had to grow into this man's child.
Yes.
Under harsh circumstances. But nobody hears those stories about us and don't care and don't want to know. And so it is incumbent. Am I my brother's keeper? Yes. Yes. Does it still take a village to raise our babies and support each other? Yes. And unfortunately, we have those in our community that want to so badly simulate this other culture and race. I remember being taught 2 ways, but like my mom said, go out and work in this world, there's going to be the standard. Come home, you can be yourself.
So, say it again, sis. What was it? Say it again.
My mom would say to me all the time, when you go out and work in this 9-to-5 world that you have to work in, we have to speak a certain way and talk a certain way. But when you come home, you can be yourself at the end of the day.
Man. Wow.
You come home,
man.
You can be yourself at the end of the day.
Well, hey, sis. Oh, look, hey, you just took me back. You just took me down memory lane. Some years back. I get it, man. Some years back. Probably at least about 10 years ago. Can't remember this guy's name. In fact, he was running for the president last election. He was O'Malley. I think O'Malley. He was running for the mayor of Baltimore. And I recall, and I remember. I was in Baltimore, and we was doing some straight street sessions. That's one of our programs with the Black Panther Party, because we said we can't get them cats to come to the meeting. We take the meetings to them, and I was in the community talking, and it was, they're like reminiscent of that TV show The Wire. I'm talking. It was, brothers and sisters. It was like you could see. Like some cats literally had the needles in their arms, and I remember this mayor was coming through and then how people, said they had throw their face on, and I said, oh, wait a minute, we got to go pick cotton every 9 to 5 all day. I said he should be coming our community. We and we got to throw this front on again, this facade. And you just took me back. Hey, you come on to be yourself. But even then, they still this system is never satisfied. We go through the 9 to 5 form. They come to our homes. They come to our bedrooms. They they come hunt us down. Wow. Yeah.
Like, you know what, and we can't get together as a group before we are called, this entity that's working against, and no one wants to see that. Wait a minute, we have to be with each other, because guess what? If we're not, we're in trouble. We're in trouble.
Real talk.
I remember talking to a young brother because he said, I don't know what else to do with my son. And unfortunately, he's going to have to go back to a place where brothers cannot walk down the street by themselves. He's going to have to go, and that's still a scary thought, because if the the scary police officer that has a racist mentality gets too alarmed, that could turn out all kind of ugly. You know?
Yes.
I was just saying at the Stacey Boys town hall meeting the other day, Keita O'Neal, San Francisco, just as rookie cop, just 2 days on the job, rookie cop, and shot through his window, shot this kid, young man. And I was saying, here's the problem. If you hate me, you can't police me. That's never going to turn out good.
Yeah.
That'll never turn out good.
Real talk.
And so, we got a problem.
We have a problem. Houston, we have a problem. Chirac, we have a problem. San Francisco, we have a problem. Africa, we have a problem. Real talk.
Real talk is still going in. I just am so humbled and grateful. Thank you. I always tell everybody you came to my birthday party.
Hey, sis, I was honored to be there. Your energy. Let me say, I had got some reports on you before I met you. Our field marshal told our central committee, they was on it. As soon as it went down, Brother Val Muhammad, so many others, they were saying, Chairman, you got to touch down with this sister. So I'm talking and I was, honored to be. I was in Oakland at the time, and was something else. I say politics is like real estate.
I know.
Timing.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm up here in Sacramento now.
Yes.
And so when I go in to fight that city, then I kind of gear up and go in. But those brothers, and I want to shout out to the Nation of Islam, and of course Miles, and of course the Minister Christopher, because they pushed for that Mario Day wood. So they got it done. And I'll tell you a story later on of how that actually transitioned. And then, because at that point I was a deer in headlights, you know. And of course Mario would go, well, the disparity in Black community, and they do my community, and Mario Woods Coalition, and so it took a whole city, but I still don't get, and I think it's incumbent that you keep it out there. Because some of these, particularly San Francisco, don't you think it's progressive? And it used to be when my dad was naval, and it used to be when I was growing up in it. And it used to be this great place to live, but now it's so the have and have not, and God help the have not, because we're in trouble.
You know,
I am just so grateful.
I'm grateful for your energy and the spirit of steel sharpening steel, and men and women sharpening men and women. I'm just, I didn't, I wouldn't have planned it this way, but I've been, coming in contact with so many, courageous forces that, that refuse to sit back and take this, I'm just seeing some names pop up on Facebook Live now, unfortunately, who had, children, or loved ones victim of police terrorism. But I say, and I want to reiterate something you just said now, like how you, because like I said, I feel Marshall Tohar, he really talked real highly of you, and you said like you feel like a deer in the headlights, but the deal is this stuff. What's good about this era of time right now? Years back, not too in the distant past, we were told that we can't speak about our pain, and we gotta wait on these different state-sanctioned spokespersons to come in and and speak for us. And I'm really it was bad. It was bad and good. What's good about this time to be? I'm saying, to speak for ourselves on our own terms. You know what I'm saying? And it just, and I just really, I tell you how our people tell. Well, I'm coming to the case Diamond Reynolds with Castile in Minnesota. I mean, when she first got locked up and she was talking about what's going on, we got to push that line, because ain't no guarantee tomorrow. I tell you, Mother Richard Che Rich, Ronald Ronnie Man Johnson, they saying into my call and they online to push the line. What's going on? What happened? Because they want us to. Because it's even a protocol that some of the lawyers in Chicago, they would tell families, stay away from Mr. Hampton, and they will let the case get cold. And then detach them from our power base. Our power base is the people. And I'm gonna throw this Lenin quote out there. This is Mario gave you that Stalin quote. I'm gonna throw this Lenin quote out there. Lenin had said, and I'm saying this to our people, like even who are novices, or so who are hesitant about getting involved in the struggle. Speaking for ourselves, because I think we're told, well, we don't know this term, we shouldn't be involved. But Lennon said, what takes people 20 years to learn in ordinary times, they can learn in 2 years in revolutionary times. And our people, you know what I'm saying, and that's we got to up the ante, like Stephen Biko of the Black Conscious Movement, he said, Black people in particular must grasp the ability to distinguish intelligence from the ability to articulate. He said we must grasp the ability to distinguish intelligence from the ability to articulate. Because so many cases with a ruling class, I'm talking about the state itself, the state's attorney, the public defender, the rest of them, they tell us, well, if you don't know this particular term, you can't speak. Or they had these intellectual monkeys, who got all these degrees and tell us, well, you can't. Like, my son got shot 21 times. Well, if you don't have a degree, you can't say that. What you mean? I don't have to have no degree to say you got shot 20. That's wrong. You got shot 21 times. And Chairman Fred gave an analogy. He talked about the Black Panther Party Free Breakfast Program. He said the sisters will be out front of the breakfast program. The police will ride up on them and say, "Are you for capitalism?" And the sisters say, "No, Chairman Fred said that's not no cool thing." And the police said, "What about socialism?" So they say, "Well, I really can't debate. I'm not really hip to all these words and terms." And the police said, "What about this free breakfast program?" And the sisters say, "This was feeding my babies. And if you attempt to mess with it, we'll blow your brains out." And that's the type of climate where the people have to have a confidence, and your confidence is contagious, sis, and it's a good contagion. It's a, you know what I'm saying, the lay this out, we all, saying this, we don't have to have no degrees or to know this is wrong. You know what I'm saying? And to call this question, we don't have to wait on no Oliver Stone to come back and make a movie about this 20 years from now. We all saying before they come out with these different surveys or these current commissions, this is wrong. No, through the door. And that's the type of climate that we need. And I just really appreciate, you and so many other, family members stands. It's a different dynamic, because we've been getting down on this for quite some time, and it hurts sometimes, people say, well, no, that's not the right way. The call is for what it is. So it's a contagious courage, and I appreciate it so much.
And I have to piggyback off what you just said, because I think we also have to make sure that history stays true to itself. Yes. Because when you spoke of the free breakfast lunch, we know that the Black Panthers brought that in. That was called the government breakfast deal. And I always been to tell my son that was not, the government wasn't thinking about feeding us, giving us coats at the time. Trust. Yes. It was only when the Black Panthers realized our babies were going to school hungry. Yes. And implement it. And you remember the sisters were then, we'll all take turns and we'll start the daycare. Make sure. And so at those moments, I think I did it on a smaller scale when there were young men in the community and didn't have nothing to eat. Well, come on, eat something. Yeah, I know Mario was giving the coat away. And I think so we always have to make sure that the truth of our history that everyone knows. That free breakfast, that doesn't go to the government. That goes to the only after, they annihilated the Black people. And then realized, guess what? But they do need a little help here, so we're going to jump on and we're going to claim this program. That breakfast club was always implemented by the Black Panthers. Yes. So I think with our young folks is we have to teach our history. Yes. And all is true. Yes. And so that's the understanding of that, is that you can't water down our history either. I think I was at the last town of this last young brothers town hall meeting, and I had that moment of the pastor in our community in this church, and the first thing he opens up is with the scripture of, kind of sort of render the things that are due to Caesar. If you disobey the laws of the land, then you perish. So what he's pretty much telling me, my child, this man, this brother, his son, and all our sons deserve what they got because they didn't. And my response again was, then explain to me how they apprehend these white men. Come on with it. With no problem. Come on with it. No problem. Come on with it. In fact, to give them, bulletproof vests and Burger King like they have over here. And it really is honestly for when white men, you know, most of them get the luxury of turning the guns on themselves.
Yes. Yes.
If they're going to take their life. Because they normally are apprehended taking it.
Yes.
And we know what that is. Come on. We know what that is. So I think at the moment, kind of having that Turner moment. But, whoa. I said, then maybe you got that Old Testament that's in Scripture that Joshua walked that wall 7 times, took it down, and God said, go on the land and take it. That's the God lately I've been kind of trying to get acquainted with. Man. You know, as opposed to turning other cheek. Yes. Okay. Oh, that's okay. And I think mothers' tears, black mothers' tears particularly, they don't care.
No.
They don't care.
No.
It becomes such a, you know, and I end this part that you're like people sit you up there and, oh, God, tell a sad story. I want to tell you a sad story. I want to tell you how mad I am. I want to tell you how angry I am. I want to tell you how hurt I am.
Yes.
I want to tell you I want to look those 2 officers in the eye.
Yes.
But we don't get that luxury. Then they come back and go your own violence. Guess what? It's violence the same as any other community. So it's not black violence. It's community violence. Let's get that.
Come on with it.
Let's also change this.
Come on with it.
These young brothers that do a crime, guess what happens when they get apprehended? They're going in for a very long time.
Yes.
Very long time.
Yes.
Let's talk about these executioners that go out and given, I'm not letting councils go, and this is the rhetoric that they spew. They've been in their offices, they're on your tax dime, and they're laughing about what they did. Snaps, you know, I have a friend, I grew up with this brother, and the baby all our lives went to the same school, 26 years on San Francisco, so he decided to report that the officers are still on the job talking this racist jargon.
Yes.
They blackballed him over some tags. And I was really thinking, you better on some tags, which got racist in the office, and you can't find a way to get rid of them. Okay. It's that thing that my grandmother used to say, when you begin to live in a society where people look at right as wrong and wrong as right, you got a problem. And that's where we are. You know, we're in a society where, and I always say this, to some, they are heroes. To others, these people in the new Klan's outfit, which is the blue, they're terrorists. Trust.
Yes.
Trust. It's just you don't want to hear it. I think with this president being in office and the bully is now outside of not only our backyard, he's outside the backyard fence, he's going in everybody's backyard. Now everybody's starting to be aware and alert. When it was just us, though.
Yes.
When it was just us.
And that goes for so many conversations. The drug use, even how we just talking about yesterday, they refer to now as the opioid crisis, and the police being armed with some sort of Narcan, some sort of this case of a white person overdoses, they can pull up on them, and the police are being trained to deal with them. And, you know what I'm saying? In the case, you know, like even these marches they talking about today, with these children walking out of supposed walked out of school and in response to the shooting in Florida, and you know the 17 seconds to my. I mean, we in the heart of Chirac. I'm talking, it's killings going on every day, all day, and it brings back to mind a comedian every day. You know, Richard Pryor said white people can come through our neighborhoods and we'll have dope needles in our arm and tracks, and they say, that's a shame. But then they come home and their son come on the front porch with a can of Budweiser, and they say, oh my God, it's epidemic, you know. And you know, this is, you know,
exactly.
You know.
That's what I said about that new. What they're cracking down on, what do they call, you know, the prescription medicine, because that is also white housewives addicted.
Yes.
Now they're ready to crack down on everything and tighten it up, and it's like, as long as when the dynamic or schematic can change, trust. They're going to sit up and start paying attention.
We say our people, we are the OVs, not the OG, we are the original victims of terrorism. You know what I'm saying? We've been terrorized on such euphemisms of words as slavery, Jim Crow, even police brutality. That's a euphemism. The deal is police terrorism. And, you know what I'm saying? December 2nd, 2015. That's one of our September 11 stories. I just flashed back to December 2nd, 2002. Brother Daryl Hamilton shot 15 times by Chicago Police Department. 15 times. I mean, we mobilized on that. And I remember this news reporter, she kept on referring to him, his last name is Hampton. And I told her, I said, his name is Hamilton. And I said, let me explain to you why you can't understand his name is Hamilton. She couldn't believe that we was protesting. She thought he had to be a relative of mine. I said, no, there was no relative of mine. That's my people, you know what I'm saying? And that we connected, you know what I'm saying? And that's something that we don't see in our community. We're never giving any history or images that we connected. So the people's pain reflects, you know what I'm saying? Whether it be in San Francisco, Chirac, Baltimore, whatever, right. we all connected. The people's pain reflects.
We're all connected.
Yes, indeed. Exactly. Yes, indeed.
Oh.
Yes, indeed.
And I agree. It's because, I think it's also just blatant. You're not concerned enough to connect the dots. It's kind of sometimes when I look at the media and realize somebody had put out there, the last year in my community, and they had said, they made the comment, and to me, I guess that's what they call, how they call it. They call it now alternative facts.
Right.
Anything like that. You don't say alleged to it. You know how that makes that look?
Yes.
So to me, that's irresponsible.
Yes.
So when you talk about anyone that's in the process of something and you really don't know facts, don't just go out and don't miss the saying alleged victim, because you just can't against that new alternative journalism, alternative fact,
Right.
So irresponsible, like you say, this journal was out, and so you didn't even take the moment to understand. Hampton, the young man is talented. Understand everything, like you say, connect. Take the time to get it right when it comes to us as well, because they would do with their people. Trust.
Believe that. Hey, sis, are you open to take a couple of calls? Are you open for that?
Yes.
Right on. Sister Comrade Daphne, if you can, give me a station break with Never, bring Never on, and then give me we got any callers in queue. We definitely want to seize the time with our sister here, Gwen Woods. Again, y'all, for those who just tuning in, mother Mario Woods, y'all. We making history, we taking history, we taping history live and direct on Freedom on Radio. You know what I'm saying? So again, 929-477-3785, or you can also call in, I believe it's 708-223-8953. This is Never. Give me Never. We can pull it up real quick. A piece that myself, me and Face had did. Right on. Oh, it's cool. It's you're too crowded. Okay. Huh? Is it cool? Yeah.
There's a lot of noise back here, like on the lab. They could hear it on the station.
Okay, thank you. Appreciate it. Okay. Oh, camera. This is what you want. So they out there? Tune in, pull it up so they can see it out there. This is cool. You know what I'm saying? We can pull up so they can see it out there though.
On the
on Facebook, whatever. Yeah. Okay, cool. Let them see that there. Side bounds out there. Okay, right on. Yeah. You good? You good? Okay. Right on. Code of the Seas, talking about the Panther Cubs, y'all. Never thought of Code of the Seas. Good. Okay, get things, brother. Right on. Huh? Oh, well, they on the phone. Okay. Real talk, Melissa Crowley. Never. Kazan in the building. Give the family my love up there. Real talk. The Max and all them. The Dylan and all the rest of them. They'll I said free them all up there. Little man LJ told me she has his apple hat on. So we're gonna be checking up on him. Gonna keep covered. Fat Max Smith, right on. Glad you got tuned in with us. Melissa, never NEVA. NEVA, never. We live in direct, y'all. We got Gwen Woods, the mother Mario Woods. We're going to bring Rashidon in, too. Let us know what's happening in Sri Lanka. You know what I'm saying? All over the world, we're talking about what's happening. We got the East Coast in the building. We got the West Coast in the building. We got listeners in Ghana, Sri Lanka, all over the world. You talking about Mario Woods. If you don't know who that is, check him out. Find out what it is. Okay, he comes in. He comes in. Be a guest. Okay, one person. Okay, so we can. Okay, all right. Okay, tell him. Give me 5 more minutes. We're gonna bring him in. Okay, 5-10 minutes. We're gonna bring him on in. Never neglected. Yo, here's Up Eyes Open the Fist Clinic. This is another edition of Free On Radio, hosted by Chairman Fred Hampton Jr. and also that of Robin Allen, a.k.a. the Lady of Rage. We riding. She's not on deck with us right now, but she's still on deck with us, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Well, we'll see over here. We're gonna step over there. Be careful over there. Okay, we're gonna have another guest. Okay, be careful to why. Y'all bear with us. We're gonna talk about let's talk about this 1 minute. Okay, right on. Give me 1 minute. I want to open up our airways. To Comrade Daphne, you got any callers in queue? On the season time before we bring our other guests online. Again, Gwen Woods. If y'all just tuning in, y'all make sure y'all play this show back again. If y'all just tuning in, y'all make sure y'all play this show back again. Tweet it, Instagram it, Facebook. Tell the stool pigeons don't tell nobody about this show because we know they're gonna tell everybody. You know what I'm saying? This ain't no secret. Freedom on Radio. This is a show that you cancel watch Empire folk. You did, whether it's in season or out of season. You know what I'm saying? Freedom is never out of season. We're gonna be doing this every Wednesday like clockwork. So Comrade Dad, do we have any callers in queue? Fremont. Okay, can we? Are we loud? Okay, we got him. Okay. Okay, you Mother Comrade? Is she on? No, she wasn't trying to get in here. Oh, okay. Well, okay. Who do we have? Okay, well, I think it'd be an honor if she's still on. I'm just agreeing to something, you know. Is she still on? Yeah, I'm here. Okay, just if you yeah, please, yeah, if you can. Well, I was listening. The show is great, and I'm really the guest is on fire. Gwen, this is my mother. This is Akua and Jerry online with us. The widow of Chairman Fred, the one that was in the house when the police came in, did the assassination on Chairman Fred. She covered over his body when they shot over 99 rounds. Yeah, this is her. This is her right here on live and direct with his own line. That's her calling in right now.
I just want to say what a remarkable sister you are, and I'm just so proud of you of staying true. I don't care what they throw in your face, you're still fighting back, and that takes some strength. And just really proud of you. I wasn't trying to get in. I must have accidentally hit a button.
Oh, I'm glad. Thank you. I wanted.
Oh, listen. I just want to give other people a chance to, but something you said, so much of what you said just, struck me and really impressed me. And you was talking about keeping the history true, about the Black Panther Party and the breakfast program. You look at some of these selected candidates that are running, for governor and so on and so forth. One guy's running a commercial. You would think he started the breakfast program. He saw the children were hungry, and he started feeding them because they knew that the children could, survive, learn on an empty stomach. I'm listening to this straight out of the Black Panther playbook. Then I listened to this other guy. He talked about how his father, fought for civil rights. His same father that authorized the FBI. Wiretap on Dr. King. It's a whole nother history that writing, and you got these Negroes running up supporting these people as they steal and hijack our history and distort it, And then you got this Black Conda movie that they call it Panther, but it's all some fake, not just fake news, but it's news to make you believe, to again go for the hype, to again be blind in the stupidity, and get off of the real issues, And we can't be going for it over and over. You know what I'm saying? They got a whole series of these dumbass movies that's coming out to lure you to stupid, And I just appreciate you saying that. We got to really fight for what we have done, what we have accomplished, and because people so easily allow them other people to take credit for the blood, sweat, and tears that we have sacrificed.
And I don't mean to say because it's like to make it look pretty.
Yes.
And but our history hasn't been pretty at all.
Not at all.
Like, no, tell it as raw and ugly as it was.
Yes.
And for those soldiers that went on, because we still say, my mom would always say, stand on those shoulders of greatness. And talking about, I had a grandmother, my great grandmother, she came from this place of, they couldn't, when she passed, they couldn't really give her her birth date or her age because she was often because of, slavery. So they weren't like statistics on her. So, they had to kind of calculate what her age, and it came out 100%. So before she passed, and she was in Texas, and I had to go visit her because she made it all on her hand. And it was just hard and broke because even as a child, was coming out of that slavery. She was, still picking cotton. And she'd explain why her hands were so tore up and harsh and hard and callous and because of picking that cotton. And she made us, I know my brothers and them and my cousins, she'd make them go milk a cow out there because we're from San Francisco. So she called us poor and then didn't want us to forget. Starting to struggle. Now, if it wasn't for those before that really, let's say, honestly broke blood for us. This place. And so it's like it's that. And I think I understand the visual thing. Guess what? If it gives, but you got to see the ugly part of our history to understand what we have to do, which makes sense from absolutely. Guess what? This is why, you couldn't take us out even upon slavery. On the crack and the guns. We killed everything. There's a reason. And so I think, like you say, our history has never been as visually pretty and colorful. It hasn't. So you kind of have to look past that. What is he saying to us, literally? What are you selling? I get the beauty and the colorfulness of everything, but that's not our truth.
They come from a land of Oz or anywhere else. They came from this place and stand on the shoulders of these soldiers that, guess what, when you think of the Harriet Tubman, you know, and you think how she had to go under them, under the Underground Railroad, getting us to that place. Some kind of generation can grow out of it. And so I agree with you. It's like, oh, yeah, it's just like, don't really bite the okey doke. Sometimes, guess what? Pretty and colorful is not the best, because that's how it's right. Sometimes the ugliness, but at the core of that ugliness, there is a truth there. Yeah, so and so thank you for that. I'm thankful that you encouraged me sometimes along the way. And I think any Black mother that in their son being executed in the street, whether by community violence or these police, it leaves you in this place. I just say with when we lose our son to police, the insults happen for us. So we have to come out the gate fighting. I haven't even been to grieve Mario because I knew I had to come out fighting to tell you who he really was. If the media would have said this. And so I had to come out and say, no, nobody can tell you who my kid was better than I can tell you. Yes. You know? And so I think when that happens, when, you know, and I'm always like grateful when someone says, but I've been thinking and I'm praying, so it means everything, and thank you.
I just want to say thank you. You don't know how much spirit you done brought across this radio airs and how many people are listening to you. It's encouraging and lets us know we're on the right track.
Yes,
you know, they say that, you know, we happy, we content. That's bullshit. It's people like yourself that are fighting back and will not take that bullshit for an answer. Keep fighting, keep struggling, and keep strong.
Justice for Mario Woods. Justice for them all. We live and direct at Free MR Radio. Make sure, let me. This is our first time here. We're gonna be. I'm getting some comments about the background noise. We working it out. It's a process. We're gonna get greater later. But take this show. Okay, put it in a time capsule. Bury it. Because they, you know what I'm saying, so they don't try to rewrite history and say, you know, all the mothers were just content, everybody was cool. It's all the fathers weren't there, they weren't saying nothing, all the cousins was, you know, going along with it. It's resistance that happened, it's some resistance that is happening, and it's gonna be some resistance that's gonna happen. So again, y'all, because they're gonna be bringing us some people who ain't have nothing to do with these who ain't no get down. Like I use the analogy like the football game. They're gonna go grab some people at the tailgate party. If they was there and raise them up, they was never in the huddle. You got people that's on the field, got dirt up under their fingernails, putting in work, laying it out, ain't holding it back. So y'all document this here. Put a copy, make a few copies. Put one in the time capsule, transcribe one. You know what I'm saying? Put it. You know what I'm saying? Send this out for future generations. For future generations. Because again, if I wouldn't have known past history, you know what I'm saying? It impacts you. You know, they say even when they raise horses, they say an orphan horse is in a bad situation because it does not know how to walk in the footsteps. We can draw the correlation of resistance that happened before us, y'all. And we got to keep this line of resistance going. And we got to keep, as they say, keep the line tight. Keep the line tight, y'all. We have Mother Comrade Cool and Jerry, the advisor of the Black Panther Party Cubs, also widow of Chairman Fred, chairwoman of the December 4th Committee, live in the record with Gwen Woods, the mother Mario Woods, in the spirit of making history, taking history, and taping history, y'all, live and direct, right on Free MR Radio. Okay, Mother Comrade, I don't want any guys you want to point out, Mother Comrade? Okay, I think we lost. Give me one more call. Then we're gonna bring our next guest in. We another call.
I'm officially off air. I'm officially off air. Okay, I'm still listening.
Right on.
Officially off air.
Right on. Revolution, love, respect, and appreciation. Give me one more call. Then we're gonna bring our next. Right on. We got another call in queue. This is Comrade Daphne. We're gonna bring our next guest in. Any callers in queue? Well, tell them. Sister, Sister Gwen, give us some contact information, some updates. You know what I'm saying? What we can do to support and get the word out. You know what I'm saying? You definitely, you have to come back. You have to come back with us some more. You know what I'm saying? Again, you.
Oh yeah,
and this is.
And everything like you say, it's to encourage each other. We can't make it through this supposed to encourage each other.
Yes.
I think the next step is I think tomorrow there's a meeting with our state general attorneys coming into the Bayview, and they will come and talk to me. Coming in, he's going to take over the official, I think, oversight of San Francisco police, because they can't police themselves.
Uh-huh.
They can't. And then what I want always pushed out there, and there's a principle to it, and I explained it earlier. Mario Woods Day, and
yes.
you know, that PO officer talked about, but in hindsight, again, I allow the spirit to come. What I do is this: I've always been proud of my kid.
Yes.
Even the knucklehead things, I guided him through it, though, and he deserves to be guided through it.
Yes.
And I would say, I'm praying you to your fruition years. And you know, Mar was that kid. I would say, if you know the others decided to put me in an old folks home, he'd be the one driving us to taking me out. You know?
Yeah.
But I wanted to go because to me, it's not the way I like you, San Francisco, because maybe some of it was given honest, you know, want to shut her up and get her to know. And I wanted to reflect that every young man, old man, uncle, nephew, guess what? This reflects what they call me and Mario back. And then, you know, guess what? There's an officer that annihilated a young man, Kenneth Hardy, in San Francisco in 2011. And they transferred him from San Francisco to somewhere up in Santa Rosa in the Sonoma area of California, even on to molest boys. You think of Tamir Rice, and if they would have looked further in that case and saw he lied on that application, Tamir could still be here. It's just that you guys don't look and do the work. But if it comes to me and you get the job, you can probably get a job with decent credit.
Yes.
You know? And so pending investigations. So you know, finally they found him because he was molesting boys up there. But if he would have looked deeper in his history, and removed this, you know, because I have to explain to my friends that guess when my oldest son said when he first saw that, Mark said, I don't even see men, Mom, that's beef. I said, exactly.
They brought out
there's no. I'm sorry.
No. I'm with you. They brought the police in Milwaukee on the case of the brother Seville, they brought out how this police as opposed to raped another male prisoner before killing Seville. And you know what I'm saying? They know that they put these they have a psychological profile. They put these type of individuals in our community, but you know it's intentional. And I go so far. That's my conversation with you today. They have a psychological profile on Mario Woods. They know, guess with backbone and got potential. They target him. I'm talking. I know they man. Just the conversation I had with you already. I know what type of cat Mario Woods was. You know.
Yeah, and so their whole objective is that they feel you nothing to nobody. They thought you just didn't know he had a family that loved him. And honestly, guess what? God said he had a right to live, just like everybody else.
That's right.
And what we see is there was no compassion, no understanding. They didn't even care.
No.
Because again, you know, if you can own the job, you and I go on the job, and we send even any text or email that's as bad as San Francisco, just a remote hint of something there, we're fired.
Yeah.
So I think when it comes to changing that policy of even you guys, when it comes to racism, sexism, you need to be fired on the spot.
On the spot.
You know, and when you talk about apply to community, honestly, I know we have our issues like any other community, because I don't look at my community like that. Never have, never will.
That's right.
It's the struggle that was brought on by systemic reasons.
Come on with it.
Come on. So let me say, listen.
Come on with it.
Don't come policing me if you hate me.
That's right. Don't
come on, because it's never going to work out good for me.
That's right.
You know, and so those are the concerns. So don't train in my community until guess what? And I think it was our supervisor that she had made a comment of Mario had a multi-racial firing squad. What she didn't, the big picture is here. It wasn't that. It was that when they get into a police department, they adapt to that environment of racism.
Come on with it.
So they come in to take that out. You know? And let's say you employ someone that comes in your company, and guess what? They show up I'm always calling in. That's what's going to happen. Yes. Everybody in your company going to start doing that as well.
Yes.
So
it's a politic to it.
Black or
yes.
Hispanic or whatever, they adapted.
Yes. Yes. That's the line, no doubt. No doubt. That's the line that prevails, and it's the protocol police terrorism. That's the position that all of them have. It's all that question about a good person, a bad person. It's like even within our organization, we say there may be different positions people have. However, we have a party line, and you know what I'm saying. And they have the Ministry of UEP News said the police operate as the front line on the war waged against our community. So whether this person is a Capricorn or Sagittarius, whatever they have a line, an agenda. No doubt about it. My sister, love and respect. Give us a Facebook contact, something that people can stay in contact with you. And again, these lines are open for you 24/7. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you always have access to us. So give us.
I'm definitely be calling back, and
please.
I'm definitely honored. Again, thank you, my brothers, because you're out there telling the truth. And I always say, you know what? My dad should be judged on his word. My dad came from that place. My word is going to be my bond. We'll never make something. So we're in this now climate where, you know, even us, we take a couple pennies and we're, you know, okay, that's fine. And, you know, we kind of, let's say what it is. We sell our community and we sell our community out. You know, I know it's happening in my baby community, trust, even with our leaders and our preachers. So let me be honest. It wasn't the preachers that opened the door of First of Mario's with Thomas that one, because they've all shaken hands with the devil in the city.
Yes.
For the big money that the city provides. And so that's the whole issue I have. But I wanted to go back and say that for that march. So I wanted to get out there because I wanted to smite them in the face, because you think it was going to stop here. It wasn't going no further. And I wanted to represent, like I felt God told me, that every young brother or young man that's coming of his age, you know, feel like he made his mistakes and can't recoup from them. Yes, you can. And I always say now, something I would say to my baby, like God sends, you know, other young brothers by, and I'm able to tell them, you know, what I would say to, but if he'd asked me a question or something, I would say as his mom. But I would say, yeah, you know what? Then this day reflects you all.
Yeah.
But I'm here to say, guess what? Your life matters. Black lives matter. Always will. And that's not because men said so. That's because God said so.
Live and direct. Fie Radio.
So my brother, it's been an honor. And I'm definitely going to be calling in.
Yes,
and,
indeed.
What I really would want at some point for you to come back to San Francisco and speak.
Oh.
You know.
I'll be black. We'll be they make a joke. My area code, my phone 510. So you know, I'm there. You know, in fact, Panther Party refers to Oakland and Chicago as sister cities. I know.
Yeah. I came in too late.
And we gotta get you up here for either August 30th or December the 4th. I'm gonna say August 30th. A lot of people say I don't want to come to Chicago on December the 4th. It's so cold up here, but August 30th is the annual Chairman Fred Streets party. So we're gonna be talking. We need you on deck for that. Yeah, we gonna.
Okay, yeah. Let me know. Let me know.
Yes. Yes.
Again, my brother, love you much.
Love you more.
And so appreciative. It's been my pleasure, and thank you.
Happy belated birthday to you again. We got you. I tell Sister Lisa Rich, I'll tell all y'all, hey, we got your back like a backpack. We got your chest like a bulletproof vest. We live and direct, making history and taking history, y'all. Right on. Justice for Mario Woods, justice for Richard J. Richard, justice for Ronnie Man Jones, justice for Rakia Boyd, justice for Mike Brown. In fact, we said what's the call? Justice for them all, y'all. Justice for them all.
Every one of our babies.
Yes, indeed. Right on. Thank you, sister.
Thank you, Chairman. Thank you. Tell Lady in Red, tell their mom, thank you so much. I've been blessed as well. Thank you all again. So we'll definitely speak soon, of course. You know where to reach me, of course, Facebook. I don't use my married name. I go Wendy M. Barnes.
Okay.
You know, because the paranoia is always on.
I feel you. I feel you. You got a right to be paranoid. I hear you, sister. You got a right to be. Rightfully so. Real talk. Because all police don't wear uniforms, you know what I'm saying? They coming at us, you know what I'm saying? But hey, again, we got your back like a backpack and we got your chest like a bulletproof vest. Real talk.
Love it. Okay, my brother. We gonna speak soon.
Definitely, sis. Right on. Stay strong. Y'all just heard Gwen Woods, the mother Mario Woods, y'all. We making history, taking history, y'all. Rasilan, let me know if you want to get in. We're gonna get you in now. I got some guests right now. And we got some updates on some electoral political field.
Yes, sir.
Okay, what's going on? So make sure I get Rasilan, take comment now or get you in by 8:20. I mean, you want to give us Sri Lanka, what's happening in Sri Lanka. So we want to get some updates on there too, though. So, Devin, do we got any callers in queue? Oh, he on queue?
Yeah.
Okay.
He on queue.
He online now?
Yeah, right now.
I can hear him. He called in?
Yeah, he calling in right now.
What's up?
Okay, he hear you now, brother. You now. Okay, what's going on, bro? Welcome to Freedom Radio. Welcome to Freedom Radio. How you feel, brother? You hear you now.
Freedom, brother Jeremy.
You're Fremont.
Technical difficulties. We do have a call in queue.
Okay, call in queue.
We have Sterling Boyd on the line.
Welcome to Freedom Radio.
Your mic is open.
Your mic is open.
Hey, what's up, Fred? How you doing, bro?
Hey, I'm keeping my head up. Welcome to Freedom Radio with Chairman Fred and also Lady Rage, making history, taking history. What's going on with you, brother?
Hey, man, only reason I'm speaking to you, man, I don't even know what the subject is tonight. Last time I was with you, man, it was me, you, and Rocky Jones, baby, down at DJ International Records on Randolph, man. You remember me, man? Sterling, man.
Okay, right on, brother. Right on. That's what it is. Right on. Yes,
hey,
indeed.
Hey, I want to show up respect, man. Love, I'm in the house, man. I saw you. I said, man, that look like Fred in there, man. God bless you, man. I see you still doing your thing, man. Pretty much love to you, baby.
Man, pretty much love right back at you, man. We doing our thing. This is people's thing. It's our thing, brother. Right on, man. Man, it's every Wednesday, man. We here, man. So you'll say call in, get the word out, man. They tune in with us, man. We on everything. We on Facebook. We on Spreaker. Man, I don't know what all this technology out here. I'm gonna lose my mind, man. So hey, we on 210 cans in the string. We on, man. You name, we get the word out. So I'm glad to see you, brother. Love and respect, man. Right on.
Yeah, man. Hey, I gave my card to your man right here. Got my number.
We connected. That's what it is.
You know I'm with you, man.
No doubt.
Support you, man.
Right on.
Power to the
Power to the people. Yes, indeed. That's when in our office, we come in contact with our people all the time, man. That's our office, the people, y'all. Our best resource. That's we got guest in your young grab a seat right here. We're gonna figure out how this work here.
All right.
And Rasilan, make sure you call him by 820. Cool, Rasilan. That's what it is. Free them all. Okay, you on live YouTube. I did the field marshal. You on Facebook. You got cameras everywhere. So introduce yourself.
All right.
Oh, you on Instagram also?
So my name is Joseph Carrillo. I'm an activist from Humboldt Park. I'm a news videographer. I work for Stringer Inc., New York, covering the murders and the shootings for like the last 4 years. But I'm from Chicago, from West Town. Now I'm here today specifically with my guy. Well, I'm gonna put him on, but he's here with me. We came here specifically because we want to talk about these issues that are happening in the 26th Ward, Humboldt Park, which has to do with African American people being mistreated really bad. Now I got a case right here. First one, Carla Cuddicut. Now Carla lived at 1610. She was my neighbor up 610 North Harding, 26th Ward. This is her medical records because Carla's apartment, the ceiling fell on her. I got pictures, I got the video, and what happened was and they got her to fall back. She fell back for me because she's saying that I was trying to cause trouble. I was trying to get her to get right. So then now I don't know where she's at. So I don't know if she's in the street or what, but this has been a year because I had to move from there because they put the police on me. They had me trapped in there for 3 days in Humboldt Park. And the only people that believe me are like brothers like this, like Fred Hampton Jr. and the brothers, the Black Panthers, because people don't believe what's going on there. They got dirty cops and they come at you and they're going to be your own color. They were Puerto Ricans. So the people who are doing this to the people, these to Carla Cuttercut, my friend that I'm trying to find, and to the other African American people are my own people. They're Puerto Ricans and they're Mexicans, and I set them out. So you got Alderman Maldonado, right? So that's going on over there with that. They have a whole bunch of stuff.
That's a 26th ward.
26th ward, Alderman Maldonado. Okay. So what he's doing, he blocked this lady, Carla Cuttercut. The ceiling fell on her. I got proof. I got pictures. I got the videos on my YouTube station. When the ceiling fell, I'm the one that called the ambulance. I recorded it. And this guy here from Brehan is called Brehan Capital LLC. They've been purchasing property in Humboldt Park with the help of Maldonado, who's the alderman. He's been letting them in there, and they've been mistreating the people, putting them out on the street. If they get injured, they get threatened to put on the street. She was on Section 8, so I don't know where she's at, but I'm looking for her because there's a wrong that's happening. I'm trying to find out.
What's her name again?
Carla Calicut. Okay. Now I know that Carla's mother lives, she's from Detroit. So if anybody's in Detroit and they're hearing this, the girl's name is Carla Calicut. I needed to call in the radio station because we got some attorneys, we got some stuff we still gotta do. It ain't finished. This is the villain right here. This guy right here is the one that's doing this. And his name is Paul Calero, and the other guy is Scott Holloway. That I ain't got a picture. Second, on Keeler and Camerling, there's an abandoned building in the predominantly section of Humboldt Park that's all African American. All right. So I went in there and I found out because the people were telling me the building is 3-story brick, is been fire gutted, is open. Kids go through there. And I call Maldonado. He won't do nothing against it. He knows me. He don't want to do shit. So I tell him it was an area that were the African American people. They say that they're not voters. All right. So I say, just because they're not voters don't mean nothing, because they're still in the community and it doesn't make a difference. So I went by myself and I got these signatures, and I'm showing the chairman here so he can verify what it says. Alderman Roberto Maldonado, we demand you tear down this burned out dangerous building at 4200 North Camerling, 26th Ward. And here's all the signatures, even the little kids. And I got it on film and YouTube. So they are not giving a shit about the people. I went over there. I've been charging people up, trying to give them cables because the vote is coming in. Now, he's the incumbent.
He's the incumbent.
Right.
What is any opponents took a position?
Yes. So now that race is going to be next year, but they're starting now. So what happened was there's a young lady.
But all the races next year.
Right. But they're doing this stuff now in Humboldt Park. Why do you think I'm coming around with the bulletproof vest? Because we're in, there's a civil war going on in Humboldt Park. All right. Between the Puerto Ricans who want right, that are been raised up with born here, raised with African Americans and everybody else, and ain't gonna play that shit. I mean that stuff where we're gonna try to treat anybody else now that we got power, and the ones who got the power and here treating everybody, selling out the community, like Maldonado, like the FALN, who are not nationalists or Puerto Rican independents, they're phony, been selling out the neighbor. Oscar Lopez Rivera is a fraud. He's not revolution. He's counter-revolutionary. He is also neo-colonialist. He's got out pardon in a deal. Now, his brother, all along these years, they've been there for 30 years in Humboldt Park. They've been fucking getting all the grant money, putting up the murals, and turning their back on the community, all right, and letting the people die. The schools, there was a shooting 3 weeks ago in the Puerto Rican school. I went because I got the call. The people called me directly. They tried to send the security with ski masks to jump me, and they got a cop, and his name is Peter Gonzalez. He's a white Puerto Rican, and you'll see him on Division. He works for those people. He will arrest you. If you go over there, you make a complaint, they'll bust you in the head, and then they call Peter, because they don't call 911. Peter comes, and then they give you any charge they want. So if there's anybody locked up that's been charged by Peter Gonzalez from the 14th or the 12th, I don't know where the fuck he's from, because he shows up everywhere. He's after me. Give this radio call, because I filed a complaint against him.
And all this is the 26th ward.
26th Ward. So now there may be a contest, somebody running against Maldonado. I cannot say it officially, but this is the lady right here. And I'm going to give this one right here. And her name is Teresa C. And she's African American. And I'm going to give this to the brother right here. And I'm going to tell her the story right now. So Teresa Siwa has been in the community for maybe 20 years. She's been working with Omni Healthcare. Her husband on Division Street, her husband recently passed away on some kind of accident in the Indian Ocean or something. Teresa and them. So Teresa is considering running for alderman, and we're gonna back her. So the people that we're with, we're backing Teresa, because Teresa, first of all, Teresa doesn't need to run for no damn money. Teresa's got money, all right? Teresa's got millions, and she does. She's been, you know what? Teresa Siwa, for all the Puerto Ricans or anybody who may hear this, for all the Puerto Ricans in Chicago and in the whole world, Gutierrez, Congressman Gutierrez, all these people that say they love Puerto Rico and they love the Puerto Rican community, why the hell they didn't stand up for the Puerto Rican Casa Boricua when it was going to be taken away? And you know who stood up for them and put in $150,000 2 weeks and ain't said nothing? And I'm the one. If they're going to get mad, they're going to get mad at me. Teresa Siwa, Boricuas. Teresa Siwa, yes, saved our ass in Chicago and Humboldt Park. And she didn't brag about it. No one's proclaiming it, but I am. Because we need the people to know what's going on. Maldonado is a crook. Maldonado don't care about us. He's been mistreating everybody. Now, yeah, you know what he did? Recently, he hired a couple of African-American people there. Yeah, because he's trying to cover up. But when it comes down to it, Maldonado's a crook. Not only is he a crook, he's been helping. He's been working. He's a real estate agent. He's been working with the developers in Humboldt Park and elsewhere. Because remember, when people fail, well, that's in Humboldt Park. That's that alderman. Why do we care? We're in Inglewood. We're over here. But guess what I found out? Maldonado and the rest of his boys, they buying property where? Inglewood. Everywhere, West Side. They're scamming on that dollar property. All right. So they buy up the property, they save it, and then guess what? When you see, oh, look at how nice they're fixing our sidewalks. Oh, look at that, they put a new light up. Oh, look at they fixing everything up. Guess what? Don't be happy. You know why? Because it's not for us. It's for the people they intend to bring in, which are the rich people, because they just got sold out. And it's our own people that's selling out now. Teresa may run or may not, but they already started their stuff. I'm gonna give this to the chairman because I got a copy. This is Teresa Siwa before, and this is because she was a professional model. See, Teresa Siwa is somebody. She's a professional model and she's a weightlifter. So if you want to go and say something, you better be careful. All right. Now, let me tell you something. This is Teresa. So okay, Teresa Siwa. Okay, she got some short pants. They're trying to make this look bad. They're trying to disgrace us, and I'm gonna set his ass out. His name is Hector Villafuerte, and he works for Joe Barrios. The Joe Barrios,
county assessor.
Exactly. So Joe Barrios is trying to knock her out, and they're helping with Maldonado. Because this here, I got this directly from the hands of the people. That guy, Hector Villafuerte, who's playing games, trying to run his girlfriend, Angie Gonzalez, so he can get a job with them, a position. But he's going to sacrifice Teresa in the community because Teresa's the one that we need. She's already been doing it. She's already been helping us. So now I have been going every freaking where I could, and no one would help me with this. I got my brother here. He's backing me up. He's on something also in another case. But if you could say it, you don't have to come on camera. Could you tell her what happened over there or not? Should we save it? Okay. So I'm going to say what's happening. There's some more stuff going on. There's some people that are in Section 8 in Humboldt Park that are African-American that are being discriminated against to the point where they're not getting services in their apartments by the maintenance who's in charge, okay? And it's called Bickerdike. Now, Bickerdike right now, their ass is on the sling because they did it to a couple of African-Americans and some other people too. In one instance, the lady who was African-American and she was lesbian, the guy was told not to help her because fuck her, she was a nasty black person and she was gay. Her issue was an air conditioning unit in her apartment, and the lady has asthma and severe breathing problems, and she was begging and crying. What the guy do? The people from Bickerdike told him not to do shit for her. He went. What is
the management company?
Bickerdike's the company that gets the federal funds from the government to manage these Section 8 and these buildings.
Okay.
They provide the maintenance. The maintenance department, they've been ripping off. They go into the houses of the people and they steal from in the front of the face, and they tell them, if you say anything, we're throwing you on the street. Fuck you, you're black, and you're nasty. They don't do nothing. This instant, the guy that's with me, he ain't gonna, the guy that was with me, the guy that was there, and the one that I know, he ain't gonna do that shit. I know him because he's like me. He's gonna suit up. So what he do? He went to his house, got an air conditioning unit, and went and put it in that lady's house. And she thanked him. And then they called him, and they not only did they yell at him for doing it, they figured they fired him. Okay, so he got fired. Bickerdike. Right. Bickerdyke. Bickerdike is the one who has the contract with the federal government to maintain the maintenance. So we're talking about the maintenance department. We're talking about maintenance department where they go in and they with the keys and they go to the people's houses and they open the doors and they steal their money. All right, off there. They steal their property. Everybody knows they make complaints. They cover it up. Another thing, they got a dirty ass Puerto Rican cop, coward ass, who goes over there with them to threaten the people when they make complaints. If they say, well, they stole from me. They stole my money for my rent. He'll show up in a bulletproof vest in his uniform and threaten the people. Tell them, shut up or you're going to be on the street homeless. And that's what's going on. And that's the real deal. And those are the Puerto Ricans, my own brothers and sisters, and the Hispanics that are in charge of the 26th ward, and not to mention the 4th Illinois Congressional District with Chuy Garcia, all this stuff that are doing this to the African American people.
For congressional, that election is not happening next year.
20th. This happening right now, the 20th.
20th.
So we got Chuy Garcia. He's running because Gutierrez stepped down.
OC. Okay.
Right. Gutierrez put him into play. What happened was Gutierrez put him into play and stepped down because they're watching the feds. Now, he also did it to prevent Chuy from challenging Rahm Emanuel in the next mayoral election, because Rahm Emanuel just made a deal with them for $12 million, gave $12 million in TIF to the FALN, to the Puerto Rican Cultural Center, to the same ones who were all rich and turning their backs on the Puerto Rican community and everybody, the same ones who are saying that they're helping the people and they're helping the kids, give me the money, and they go and they put a sign up on Division that says 0 shots, 0 killed today in Chicago. Now you tell me who right. So the deal was this: Rahm gave them $12 million in TIF.
Tax increment fund
of our public money in exchange for the FALN, the Puerto Rican Cultural Center, to make the Nancy Franco Maldonado Paseo Boricua art living space on Division. See, the Puerto Ricans got these people in power. They got from Western to California on Division. That's all. They're solid. They're doing it. They're threatening people. They're extorting people. They're threatening people to sell the properties. I got people lined up, but they're afraid because these are the FALN in the 70s were the ones that did the campaign, the bombing, and all that. They're supposed to be Puerto Rican nationalists and independents, but they're not. Matter of fact, I'll tell you who I really am. My aunt is Blanca Canales, who was the leader of the 1950 uprising in Puerto Rico and Jayuya. My aunt Blanca Canales raised the flag of independence in 1950. She spent 16 years in federal prison.
Roosevelt administration, right? Yeah.
There you go. Yeah. So right after that was when they went to Washington. That was another group, and they did the shootings. But my aunt Blanca Canales, when I got to meet her after she spent 16 years in federal prison, I went to Puerto Rico. I was in the mountains in Jayuya with her in Cuave, and my aunt trained me on what the nationalism is and on the movement.
Case, who they just assassinated in Puerto Rico 4 or 5 years ago. Machete.
One of the macheteros.
Macheteros.
Right.
Yeah.
So the right.
Okay.
No, the FALN. This is what I'm going to dispel. The FALN from Chicago. The Federal Alma Liberación Nacionalista de Puerto Rico, the ones that Oscar Lopez Rivera just got out and all that stuff from back in the day, they are not they're macheteros, but they're not with the Nationalist Party. They're not real nationalists. They're outside the group. They don't follow. It's like if I was Black Panther Party, I come out over here and I'm saying I'm Black Panther Party too, and I'm doing moves Black Panther Party. I'm a renegade. But then again, Black Panther Party is going to decide whether or not they're going to accept it or what, or censor me or what. So what happened was this. They did all these bombings. They claimed they wanted to get all these people out. They got locked up. All these years, I just did an investigation on this Oscar Lopez Rivera. He's got out last May. I was there when he showed up and I booed him. I was by myself, 1,000 of my people trying to turn against me. Now, the man, you tell me how the hell Oscar Lopez Rivera, 30 years locked up, gets out of prison, and I look him up. He ain't got nothing federal on. This doesn't show nothing about being convicted or whatever. But it does show one thing: a $250,000 mansion in Florida. All right. His brother, Professor Jose Lopez Rivera from the Cultural Center, they're making millions. All those murals you see, they get millions, and they get millions every time to fix them. They got to hustle everything. They even had, and I snapped on them on this too because there were some other people there. They had in the Puerto Rican cult and the museum, they had paintings of some real revolution. They had of the fake, and I went there because I seen a painting of Chairman Fred Sr., and I was incensed. I got the video too, and I went and told the people what was going on. And I told them, look, these people are, because what they do is they bring white people from other places, and they charge them $100, bro. So they're paying $100 to see Fred Sr. on exhibit. They go down the street and they see everything on exhibit. So what it is going on, we need some help in Humboldt Park. And I'm coming for that. I'm coming for help. I'm coming to make everybody aware from the African American community, as well as all the other communities, especially the Puerto Rican, my own Puerto Rican people. This is what's happening in Humboldt Park. All right. And you don't know because they cover it up and the news is not going to put it out there, brother. There was just a shooting 3 weeks ago in a Puerto Rican school. And guess what? I'm trying to do it right now to get it out, but I got the witness now, and I'm gonna pop their asses because they don't care. Maldonado covered up. All right. If it was a shooting in a white school or any other school, let me tell you something. The news would have been up their asses. But what they do, they try to jump me, and the cop tried to give me a fake case. And all along, there was a shooting in there, and I got the witness now, and I got the student, and I'm going to produce them and everything else.
Give us the YouTube contact you mentioned also.
Okay, my station on YouTube, if you go to Chicago Guerrilla, Guerrilla journalist, that's me. Chicago Guerrilla journalist. This is my card. If you want to call me, 708-222-7518. That's 708-222-7518. My name is Joey Carrillo, and I do news stories too because I'm a news videographer. So if you got anything on, especially a cop doing some dirty shit, call me.
We got 5 minutes left. Bring me Raucilon in real quick. Right over coming to Fremont Radio, man. Click Raucilon on. Give me an update from Sri Lanka real quick. So we can get these updates are all over the world happening, y'all. We again tune in with us, y'all, again next Wednesday. Raucilon, you online? You online? Fremont. Okay. Hey, help us. Give us updates, man. What's happening in Sri Lanka? What's happening? Yeah, man.
They're actually technically still under a state of emergency that was issued by the government for the incident that happened last week, and social media is actually banned completely on the island. You know what I mean? And so for folks, I'm trying to be as succinct as I can with the time.
Yes.
Basically, and those don't know, Sri Lanka is an island right below India, the Indian Ocean right there, about 20 million people, and it's majority Buddhist people, and then there's minority population Hindu as well as Muslim. Muslim was about 9%. And what happened last week is basically militant Buddhists, right? And these are my people as well.
Yeah.
People, you know what I'm saying? So there's a whole history of legacies that stems in colonialism. It's rooted in 5 years of imperial rule of Sri Lanka that is really the number of, I mean, we've had a 30-year civil war from 1989, but this recent
from 1980 to when? Yes.
2009.
Yes.
That was the Sri Lankan Civil War. You know what I mean? So it's said to be the longest running civil war in Asia. You know what I'm saying? So pretty much my whole life I grew up in Sri Lanka under those conditions of civil war. You know what I'm saying? And, the Tamil Tigers, who represent the Hindu minority, they were trying to carve out a piece of the island for their home. You know what I mean? And basically rooted in very similar to Rwanda, rooted in British colonialism, where you had a majority group Made a song in 2013 or 2010. I made the song.
I recall that.
2013. My song was banned. Reactionary colonialism, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Colonialism, imperialism, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, we're saying justice for them all worldwide. You know?
Real talk. Just for now. Let's follow up next week. We on Free Mall Radio.
Okay, right on. We'll do. I know that probably get into some more history, but
yeah.
We're gonna keep it moving. Get thanks to the powerful show. Appreciate the call out too. I know we haven't even been able to touch base on it. You know what I'm saying? I got to say, I want to rap with you offline.
Yes.
Well, Chairman, but much love to the listening audience. Free Mall Radio every Wednesday.
Free Mall. We on Free Mall. Lock and load next Wednesday, same time, same station, y'all. We Intellectual Radio also this Wednesday, next Wednesday. Tune in with us 6:30, 8:30 p.m. Central Time. Let's lock and load another episode. Free Mall. Take us out, Daphne.